Coming up right now on SUTV News, spring break is approaching and the dining halls are still open.
And one of the new dorms is having some structural issues.
It's all right now.
Coming back in 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Lance Cott.
And I'm Emily Larson.
Be sure to stay tuned after news for the season premiere of Second Look.
This episode takes a look at disabilities on SHIP's campus. You might be hungry if you plan on staying on campus over spring break. Reisner is closed March 16th to the 23rd, and Kreiner is closed March 15th to the 24th, and the Cub closes at 4 p.m. on Friday, March 15th. So your best bet is going to be to eat at the Century Cafe, open March 18th to the 22nd from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Student Senate is taking on the class gift tradition, a tradition relying on groups of students who want to give back to the university. Senators want to find out if students still identify themselves as they have been classified traditionally by class year. If some students don't identify with their class, then they may not want to contribute. The Senate will take up the issue again in coming meetings.
April is Autism Awareness Month. Education majors are training to work with autistic children in exceptionalities classes. Students take what they've learned in the classroom and apply it during these observations.
Around different disabilities, including autism, so understand what you're going to see. So you're not
scheduled with teachers at local schools to do the observations. For education majors, observing children with autism is another important part of the puzzle they must complete for their program. Music can be great motivation in a workout, but it can also take a toll on your eardrums. Zach Briscoe tells us how to keep your workout music levels in check.
You hit the gym and you're really getting into your workout. You got your music turned up really loud. But turning up your music too loud during a workout could cause potential hearing loss.
That's usually in the setting of exercise when there is an increase in the pulse and blood pressure in the vessels of the ear. And at the same time listening to loud music, that's where the greatest potential is. A lot of times people listen to music while they're running on a treadmill or running outside. They should be very careful in those circumstances to keep the volume down, especially in a loud gym where there's a tendency to turn it way up.
Most headphones can produce sounds up to 120 decibels. This is the equivalent to the sound of a rock concert. Listening to music this loud can cause hearing loss in 15 minutes. During your next workout, keep your volume levels at 50% or lower to reduce your chance of hearing loss. For SUTV News, I'm Zach Briscoe.
Hearing loss signs include ringing in your ears, muffled sounds, and having to turn your TV or radio up louder than usual. Starting in the fall, SHIP will host workshops for mid-career female faculty in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The program supports career development and advancement of STEM women through workshops, networking, and more. The deadline to register is April 15th, and the program fee is $825. The programs are Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays in the Dixon University Center in Harrisburg. Dinner, lunch, and parking are provided, and for more information, email mflight@ship.edu. Coming up on SUTV News, a new cafe in town.
And your peers are actually feeding you at the dining halls. It's all coming up after the break.
The Slate is looking for new writers and story ideas. It keeps you in the loop with campus and local events. Here's Paris Hellman.
Story you'd like to tell? A topic you would like to bring to light? If so, the Slate wants you. The Slate is looking for writers in each of its sections: news, arts and entertainment, sports, ship life, and opinion. Weekly column ideas are also being accepted. Current columns include Political Pabulum that highlights current topics in politics, and an underground hip-hop and rap column called Hip Hop Happenings. Prospective writers can contact slate.ship@gmail.com to pitch their stories and get involved. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for more information.
Restaurants come and go, but at this location it has changed 3 times in 4 years. Joe Perkins has more.
First it was the hop, then biscotti. Now, the Wheelhouse Cafe. The Wheelhouse Cafe started after Stephanie Forrester and Josiah Becker bought Biscotti Coffee Bar, which took over in spring 2011 after the hop closed its doors.
We had looked into buying the business that was at this location prior to it being Biscotti, and that didn't work out. And then when Biscotti put a for sale sign out, we looked into it right away.
There are several factors that can contribute to a restaurant's success, but there is one important one that can cause a business to shut down.
The business and the finances behind operating in this type of business. And it's very small, very small margins. And if you get out of whack any, it's not hard to go under.
With new ownership, the customers aren't the only ones affected by the change.
Some of the food choices that we have are different. Are like, for example, our French toast. It's like a signature French toast. I call it like a French toast wrapped in a pancake. It's a little busier sometimes.
The ownership intends on being at this location for years to come.
If you're looking for a delicious meal, come to the Wheelhouse Cafe, open Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. and also on the weekends, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm Joe Perkins, SUTV News.
For more information on the Wheelhouse Cafe, contact them at 717-300-3606. Your peers grow the food you may be eating at Reisner. Students work SU Farms to produce organic food. Students learn how to farm while helping to feed the campus in a healthier way. On March 30th, the SU Farm Club will host an event at the Thought Lot for people who would like to exchange tools and seeds.
You can either donate it or swap it for another tool that you might need. Same thing with the seeds. You can either come and donate the seeds to us, or you can swap them out for other seeds that you may be able to use for your garden.
Students may not be conscious with what they are posting on social media. Stephanie DeCarolis has more. Hey, Steph.
Thanks, guys. Shippensburg University has created specific guidelines for the use of social media. The university uses social media outlets to provide information about the university. The guidelines apply to accounts created by university faculty, groups, departments, and programs. The guidelines aim to ensure the university is represented accurately and honestly in social media. The guidelines do not directly apply to personal social media accounts. Posts on personal sites should not say they represent the university and should not use the university logo or graphics. For more information on the guidelines, go to Communications and Marketing on the SHIP website, then select Social Media Guidelines. Be careful what you post. Back to you guys.
Don't go away. Still to come on SUTV News, Zach Briscoe has safety tips for dangerous weather.
And Lauren Hess joins us with entertainment happening nationally.
This past weekend, the sun was out, and so were students in shorts and t-shirts. However, since the temperatures have dropped the last 2 days, winter coats have been making a comeback. Courtney Christian is here to tell us when the warm weather will return.
Thanks, Emily. Today was much colder due to those wind gusts. We are looking at a partly cloudy night tonight with temperatures of 26 degrees. Make sure you continue to stay bundled up, as tomorrow we'll see a 50-degree day with plenty of wind again. There is a low-pressure system coming from the west that might result in snow on Saturday. As for the rest of the weekend, the departing low will keep us cold and dry. Looking at the 5-day forecast, it will remain brisk with chances of rain and snow on Monday and Tuesday. If one thing's for sure, guys, winter is not ready to leave us yet. Back to you guys at the desk.
It's starting to feel more like spring, and ski season is coming to an end. Kyle Stum has your last resort report of the season.
Well, guys, it's been a very good season for skiers and snowboarders everywhere in the state of Pennsylvania this year. As you can see, Whitetail behind me still has the snow. They're still 100% open for as late as it is in March. It's very impressive. Snow is slushy, but you're going to have that come more of the late season. Round Top Liberty, 100% open. Their conditions are going to be the same anywhere you go. warmer temperatures are melting the snow down a little bit, so the season is sadly coming to an end. So get out here, enjoy the snow as much as you can. And that's it for me. Hope to see you guys next winter.
Sunday, Ski Roundtop hosted its annual beach party marking the end of its season, so get in as much skiing as you can before the local resorts close. Shippensburg has been having crazy weather lately. Our own Zach Briscoe tells you how to be safe during thunderstorm season.
With spring nearing, weather attention turns from snow to thunderstorms and flooding. To help keep you safe this spring, here are some thunderstorm safety tips. During a thunderstorm, get indoors and stay away from windows. Unplug your electronic devices and stay off wired devices. Avoid standing and running water. If you are in a vehicle, it is a safe shelter from lightning. When thunder roars, get indoors. During heavy thunderstorms, another risk is flash flooding. Flash flooding is the #1 thunderstorm-related killer. Only 2 to 3 feet of moving water will carry away most vehicles. A rule of thumb is turn around, don't drown. Follow these safety tips and it will help keep you safe during thunderstorm season.
Very good tips. Let's take a break from news and hear from Lauren Hess about national entertainment. Hey, Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Spring break starts tomorrow, so I decided to take a look at entertainment happening around the country. 2 interesting movies are opening in theaters this Friday. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone is about a magician who has to prove he's still relevant, and Upside Down about 2 lovers kept apart by their governments who live on identical planets directly next to each other, but cannot see one another. On Tuesday, we saw the release of albums from 2 pop icons, old and new. Justin Timberlake released his return to music with the 2020 Experience, and David Bowie made his first album in 10 years with The Next Day. One of SUTV's own, Scott Clazy, aka Thomas Clay, just released his own mixtape named Hear Me Out. Go on SoundCloud and check it out, and like him on Facebook. The television show Veronica Mars was canceled in 2007, but fans known as Marshmallows put their money together yesterday and released $2 million in 11 hours to revive the story back on the big screen.
I'm never getting married. I mean, what's the point? Sooner or later, the people you love let you down. And here's where it ends up. Sleazy men, cocktail waitresses, cheap motels on the wrong side of town. That's where I come in.
You're Veronica Mars, right?
Sometimes.
You good enough to? You're like a cheerleader or something. Who, Veronica Mars? Her dad's a private detective.
I heard this was kind of like your office.
The movie will be filmed this summer and released early in 2014. If you don't already have plans this spring break, you may want to book tickets to Miami. Ultra Music Fest takes over Miami's Bayside Park this weekend and next. Ultra is North America's biggest dance festival. That's all for me this week in entertainment. Wherever you go, have an entertaining and safe spring break. I'll see you in a few weeks.
While some students are heading home to relax, one organization on campus is preparing to take its music on the road. The Shippensburg bands are taking their show on the road to Washington, D.C. The trip is not only for fun, but will include a little bit of work as well. They will be stopping to perform at high schools throughout the trip.
You see what a college band is like, encourage them to keep doing music in college, and then the time in DC is a little bit of spare time for us to enjoy ourselves and celebrate the hard work we've put into such a good performance.
The band will be playing selections such as Clown Act, pieces from Les Mis, and With Heart and Voice. The concert and jazz bands will be on tour Friday through Monday. Coming up next on SUTV News, fraternities March Madness tournament for charity.
And see how the softball team is spending their spring break. Sports is next. Welcome back to SUTV News. Lindsay Barna has our sports update.
Lindsay, what's going on in the ship sports world?
Well, we have news about our Diamond Dwellers and a special basketball tournament that happened.
Spring break starts this week and our softball team is heading south to play in warmer weather. We hope the team continues their great start to the season. Emily Estep has the update.
The Raiders softball team starts the 2013 season 6 wins and 2 losses after 2 back-to-back weekends in North Carolina. Head coach Bob Brookins has high expectations for his girls this year.
No balls, 2 strikes. I definitely didn't expect anything less. I actually look at it and say I feel like we could have been 7-1, but once again that is lack of offense. But 6-2 start compared to last year's start is definitely much more improved. Way to go, Jesse! Nice job.
We're going to be playing a lot of pretty difficult teams. I think that we can definitely keep up with them as long as we have good bats and good speed. We should definitely be able to handle it.
The team heads to Salem, Virginia for games this weekend. Following the game Sunday, they will board a plane to compete in sunny Claremont, Florida. By the end of spring break, they will have played 13 games in 9 days. Sounds like a lot, but the team has trained hard for it this year.
We did a lot more training this year, so I feel like physically we're a lot better in shape, ready for the long haul, the 9 games. Mentally, we just got to stay up. We can't let that one game that we might potentially lose or that one inning that we have let us down. We just need to keep fighting the whole way through. 9 games, play 7 innings, put 2 hours on that field.
Good luck to the team and coaching staff. We hope to see them come back with some wins. I'm Emily Estep with SUTV Sports.
Let's hope they stay strong and represent Ship Athletics down south. The baseball team is back in action. It was a beautiful day from Fairchild Field to start a 3-game series. 20th ranked Shippensburg taking on 26th ranked Slippery Rock. We pick it up in the bottom of the 3rd, Ship down 7-0. Outfielder number 1 Michael Douglas hits a center fielder, but it falls just short and caught by Rock center fielder Jake Wively. Shippensburg loses this game 9-0, but Slippery Rock's pitcher number 37 Lou Trevino had 11 strikeouts, allowing just 3 hits. On to game 2, senior Tom Bush led the Raiders on the mound. Bottom of the 1st, number 20 Pat Craiglow hits it deep into center field and brings number 2 Mike Marcinko and number 5 Tyler Shover. Ship 2-0. Still in the 1st, number 4 Simon Beloff takes an easy run to first base as Craigler scores. Ship 3-0. In the bottom of the 3rd, Beloff gets another hit. This time it's out of the park for a 2-run homer. The Raiders go on to win the 2nd game 8-0 and take the series 2-1. The baseball team remains number 1 in the Atlantic region and 21st in the nation. They'll be hosting Limon University tomorrow and Saturday for doubleheaders. Well, you know what time it is. It's everybody's favorite time of the month, March Madness. PSK decided to have their own basketball tournament over the weekend. Chandler Harris has the story.
Strings are tied. Everybody is ready to ball. Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity hosted a 3-on-3 basketball tournament over the weekend. Lots of Ship students came out to prove that they indeed had skills on the court. All the money raised went towards the Special Olympics as both boys and girls shot, rebounded, and dribbled their way to the championship in their division. Chandler Harris, SUTV News.
The event raised over $150. The tennis team is back in action tomorrow afternoon. Shippensburg takes on Goldie Beacon College at 4 p.m. from Robb Sports Complex. The march was originally set for last Friday but was canceled due to weather. The team is improving lately. It dropped a tough match to Shenandoah 5-4. The team is 6 matches left in the season.
Well, that's it for SUTV News. I'm Lance Kopp.
And I'm Emily Larson.